This video is to help you with number 4 on CR Helper number 29. The hint that Mrs. Connor gives you says, let's make a number line to see if we can determine the correct number sentence. Says the price X of a peach varies from 23 cents a pound to 35 cents a pound. So they're telling you X, the price of the peach, varies from a low of 23 cents a pound to a high of 35 cents a pound. Which inequality represents this fact? And Miss Connor wants you to draw a number line. So I'm just going to sketch out a basic number line. I'm going to start here. 23 is our low end. This could be 35 is our high end. And she said, let's think about X. The price of a peach varies from a low of 23 to a high of 35 cents a pound. So what that means is 23 cents a pound is going to be included. And it means to a high of 35 cents a pound, 35 cents a pound will be included. The values for X, like let's say this right here was 30. 30 is a possible price for those peaches because 30 is somewhere in between 23 and 35. So it says the price can vary from a low of 23 up to a high of 35. So any of these prices in here will work. And Miss Connor says, which of these number sentences matches this picture? Well, this says 23. That first letter A actually says 23 is greater than X. And it also says X is greater than 35. This right here also states and X is greater than 35. Well, that's not even possible. For 23 to be bigger than a number and that number to be bigger than 35 doesn't actually make any sense at all. But if it said 23 was greater than X, it would mean the X values would be here below 23. So A doesn't even have a shot, and A, that sentence doesn't even make sense. Here it says, I'm going to look at D also. I'm going to just talk about the two that don't make sense at all, and then you'll have to decipher B and C, which one would be. But D doesn't make any sense at all. It says 23 does not equal, does not equal 23, and, does not equal X. 23 does not equal X is what that says right there. 23 does not equal X, and X does not equal 35, and X does not equal 35. Well, I'll tell you what. If the price varies from 23 up to 35, it means 23 and 35 are possible inclusions in this. This would say everything except that. So that would say like 3 cents would be a possible answer, and 30 cents would be a possible answer, and 36 cents would be a possible answer. That doesn't make sense. 23 and 35 are included, and we only want the values in between there. So the issue here is you have to make a decision. You have to decide, does this picture mean 23, that symbol means is greater than or equal to? So 23 is greater than or equal to X, and X is greater than or equal to 35. You got to decide, does that make sense, or does it make sense for 35 to be greater than or equal to X, and for X to be greater than or equal to 23. I'm not going to give away the answer. A and D didn't have a shot. They made no sense. But I want you to see if you can decipher whether B or C would be the appropriate answer for this. And hopefully that helped.